right? As recent as last year, July 2023, 6 million customers' data were leaked from Bank BCA to the My BCR application. All right, this is a new app that BCA introduced, right? And apparently, it has been the database is hacked, and the data that was hacked by these hackers, were traded online. Right. So I think maybe as a result, my BCR is not as popular as it should have been. All right. Next page, please. And even the most advanced, most developed country in the world in IT, right, in AI, Bank of America, they leaked sensitive data because of a ransomware attack that breached their system last August, which is around September to November of last year, right? So there were more than 57 customers affected by the breach. And the bank itself has got 69 million clients across 35 countries globally, right? That's as of December 2023. So even, the largest, most advanced countries in the most advanced US financial institutions, they do make mistakes, and they're also vulnerable to such data losses. Next page, please. Commonwealth Bank of Australia, closer to us, that's in Australia. That's Commonwealth Bank is a very, very large bank, and I'm sure you are aware that the bank is also was also operating in Indonesia, but I think they have sold off a year or two ago. And in Australia, they have lost the financial history of 20 million customers. All right, right. That is, fairly major for a country like Australia, and as a result, and made separately, they made another mistake of sending data to 10,000 customers because they got their email addresses wrong, right? And that happened June 2018, right? That's closer to us, right? Australia. Can we have the next page, please? Singapore banks, well, Singapore likes to think that, they are very, very advanced in IT, right? And they pay a lot of attention, to technology. And central bank, right? Or what they call Monetary Authority of Singapore, they fined several banks a total of 2.8 million US dollars. So the banks that were fined were Citibank, DBS, OCBC. All right, these are some of the largest banks in Singapore, and also the insurer Swiss Life, again for breaching these anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing. Right, these are some of the regulations that are required as financial institutions. Right, and MES, found it, and MES found that there's been insufficient control of in these companies, which related to just one company, firmware Wirecard, right? Wirecard, right, and for that alone, right, these banks were fined, and that happened also in June 2023, right? So as a result of the collapsed company Wirecard, right? And so the central bank found out that there was a serious problems with these financial institutions. Can we go to the next page, please? And also the MES requires banks now to ensure that that mission critical systems and services can quickly recover from disruptions with no more than 4 hours of downtime. Now, perhaps I just want to let you know the background of this. Some time back, some banks in Singapore, they got into some IT issues, and there were some problems, and as a result, customers were unable to get access to the funds through financial transactions. And if customers can't do financial transactions, then the economy stop moving. So the regulatory authority in Singapore feels that that the banks must be able to recover in no more than 4 hours. Right. Next page, please. Next page, please. Now, again, the market shot back, right, was fined 74,000 by Singapore regulatory for data breach that affected 1.4 million customers. Right. The database was stolen by hacker and put up on sale. That was August last year. Next page, please. Right. Just another example. Carousel. Carousel is a very popular marketplace in Singapore, right? They are fined 58,000 for data breach, which involved the leaked data of 2 million users, right? Right. They have total of more than 44,000 users across Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Taiwan, and the Philippines. So this happened, February this year, right? Very, very recently. Next page, please. Okay. Why is data security in AI important? Now, data security in AI is becoming very, very important. Number one is because AI relies very, very heavily on data for training and for decision making, and it's very vulnerable to security risk. Now, if you remember what we said is that AI learns from data, from experience. So if data is not, if these data are not reliable, not secure, then it's likely that AI won't be able to make good decisions, right? And also the importance of data integrity. And I think in business, we now can't assume that the current security measures that we have in all the companies are educated, because in AI, the requirement is much heavier than in the past, right? And also there is the potential of targeted malicious attack on AI, right? Okay, can we perhaps go to the next page, please? One point here I wanted to point out on critical data security is model poisoning, right? Now, as I've said, sometimes there could be malicious entities who may introduce misleading data in AI system. And what does that do? That would skew our interpretation or the machine's interpretation, and this would have severe repercussions for companies. All right, because if your data is inaccurate, it would lead to misinterpretation, lead to wrong decision making, right, for companies. And this, when it is discovered, it would distract the company's attention and consume necessary resources, and yet we will not deal with the real threats and they remain unaddressed, right? So these model poisoning, they are pretty critical consideration in data security, right? Next page, please. Data privacy. Now, as I said, as consumer becomes more aware of data privacy rights these days, companies must now prioritize data security measures, right? You know, the customers now know the rights that it is the company's duty to protect the privacy of their data, right? And therefore, AI systems that are run by companies should respect privacy laws. You know, that's why you look at Facebook, TikTok, they all talk about privacy laws, and to do so, they also have to demonstrate transparency in the data use. You've seen how TikTok CEO was grilled by the US senators, right? Not only they have to protect the data of the customers, they have to tell them how these customer data are used, right? Not just question, it's basically scrutinized. And therefore, from the company's point of view, I think companies should therefore have to simplify their privacy policy, have clear communication of how data is used, how they plan to use data. And this is quite necessary to build customer trust and to ensure that they comply to, they comply to the regulators' policies. All right, next page, please. Now, another important thing is that we are all thinking about all these threats and all these hackers coming from outside. And we forgot about the insider threats. Now, the increased use of technology and AI, unfortunately, while it's good job opportunities for all of you who are now, trained in these specialized areas, who are aware of these specialized areas, but for employees who are currently working, unfortunately, automation of businesses would lead to retrenchments, right? And these retrenchments, you cutting off people, PHK, right? It increases the risk of resentment from employees displaced by automation, right? And therefore, this is where many companies fail to deal with these internal issues, right? And what some companies have done is, to deal with this is that they adopt a zero trust policy. In other words, in dealing with employees, they would not trust anybody because they would look at everybody like it is a potential threat, because you don't know when you might have to cut or make retrenchments, right? And also for access to the systems, there is also time limit access, and all these new ways of managing employees is really to mitigate risk of and to improve data security, right? And I think and HR comes in as well, because HR would then have to be very, very transparent in communication to employees, to tell them about the company's plans, to explain how technology is used, and to assure employees. And when retrenchment becomes inevitable, then the companies would try to offer new job opportunities, and by upskilling or training employees to go into new roles, right? This would probably help, or this can help employees to have better trust in employees. Now, so AI will then be seen by employees to enhance their productivity, to improve the job performance, rather than be seen as a threat to the job security. All right, next page, please. Next page, please. AI-driven attacks. Well, I think, okay, right. Now, AI can also be used to weaponize, to find out a company's vulnerabilities, to craft attacks, and to evade detection. Now, as we've mentioned before, AI gets cleverer and cleverer, and with time and with available data, they can be smarter. They can create and become threats and attack systems and avoid detection. I think one common phenomena that we see here is what you call deepfakes. Deepfakes, these are videos created by AI, right? They have become very, very popular. In the beginning, we have seen how there were scammers using deepfakes of videos to spread misinformation, false information about politicians, financial scams, using videos of people you see the actual person speaking words that actually were not from them. And over time, right, they have sorry, I've been distracted temporarily by the message here. Over time, people become smarter. We tell each other, and online, we say, hey, look, these deepfakes, you got to be careful. Look at the face, look at the mouth, look at the teeth, and look at the outline of the person. Look, deepfakes. This is how you find out if these deepfakes videos are deepfakes. Don't trust them. But you know what? AI is very, very smart. You say, in the past, you say, look at the skin, it's not natural. Look at the teeth, look at the mouth, it's not natural. Look at the outline of the face. This can't be real. This is a deep fake. But in doing so, AI learns to be smarter, and AI improved and make videos and deep fakes harder and harder for you and I to discover. So, this is another risk of these AI-driven attacks on our system. All right. And right, banks have this trouble. All right, as Manish has mentioned, right? Currently, the banks can do a lot of changes, your personal data. If you take a picture or you have a video, you hold your KTP, and they can change your password, change your personal data. So, deep fakes, given some time, I think would be able to give more problems to companies. Can we have the next page, please? Next page, please.
Hi, Sir David. Sorry to inform you. I think you have a few minutes left.
Okay. Regulations and compliance in data industry. All right. Okay. In the EU and in the US, they enforce very, very strict rules and how data can be collected, stored, processed, and shared. I've told you how various companies such as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, they got into all sorts of trouble related to customer privacy. So customers must ensure that they are transparent and justifiable in how their data is processed. And those companies that violate these rules will be heavily fined or sanctioned, right? And even in Indonesia, we require the data of Indonesians. Even in Google, if you're is stored in the cloud, these servers must be in Indonesia, right? So each country have their own rules, all right? If not, they are not allowed to operate or they can be fined, all right? Next page, please. All right, ethical use of data. All right, companies have got to use these data ethically and to respect human rights. Next page, please. Audit and accountability, like financial, like IT, data security for AI in the future would be subject to audit and accountability. Next page, please. All right, I can be. These are my contact details. These are my contact details. All right. If you have further questions, your questions are welcome. But if you need to have specific, if you do have specific questions, you're free to write to me on these contacts. Can I have one page before this, please? I think something missed out. Yes, the conclusion, right? So what do we do? What do we do to improve our data security? Right. I think the regulators play a very important role to ensure data security. All right. Companies have to comply to the regulatory policies. Companies have to ensure compliance, transparency, accountability, and ethical practices. Right, and AI as it evolves, it needs to change because as technology improve and evolve, so must the regulators and so must the companies, and the companies must continually improve its internal policies to improve its data security and also to meet the regulatory rules. All right. I think I will stop here because I think I might have run out of time. Thank you very much.
Mr.
Yeah.
David, we actually have the survey. We have like around 100, 150 students that have filled the survey. So maybe we'll share screen.
Yes, let's take a quick look at it. All right. That could be interesting. All right.
Okay, sure.
Note that I came to, I was preparing this without the knowledge of how much interest or experience our people in the audience, right? Right. If you look at this, how many yeses? Right? Most people would say, that they are aware, they have used artificial intelligence AI and they've used it before, right? Okay, so I think we have here know or don't know. I think they are quite insignificant. How is or what is AI used in finance? What we have here is that I think the majority here correctly said that all of above and more, right? Which is actually the correct answer, because although it's used for financial analysis, risk management, algorithmic trading, and a lot of other areas that I mentioned before, right? Actually, really, AI use in finance is very, very wide and increasing and improving, right? Can we have the next one, please? And do big companies mismanage customer financial data? Wow. I think a lot of people say yes, some say no, and majority say I don't know. But as I've shown to you, it's pretty surprising for me and a lot of people. We would have thought that the big companies must be able to do a better job of protecting customer data, financial data, than the smaller companies. And just a little word, compliance of regulations is actually very expensive, and many small companies find great difficulties in meeting the regulatory needs of complying to regulations. That's why big companies tend to do well. But as you've seen, even big companies, BCA, Bank of America, state-owned bank, DBS, right, OCBC or whatever, right? They have problems dealing with security of their own data. Okay. This, I hope this is interesting for everyone. Yeah, I'd be quite happy to hear, if anybody have got any questions, whether you want to speak up here or whether you want to say, write it in the chat box. Jenny, are you able to sort of help to see if there's any questions that we could answer, which could maybe make this more interesting rather than me doing all the talking?
Okay. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Maybe one of you wants to on the mic. Please raise your hand so we can open the mic.
You could speak. Bisa ngomong bahasa Indonesia juga?
Boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia.
Ya, pakai bahasa Indonesia aja. Bahasa Indonesia saya nggak terlalu baik, even though saya tinggal di Indonesia udah berapa 30 tahun lah.
Ya, mungkin ada yang punya pertanyaan dari participants. Okay.
Di chat box ada question nggak?
Di chat box belum ada. Oke, mungkin nanti kalau ada pertanyaan bisa langsung ditulis saja ya di chat box. Oke.
If you, I'll wait for the question, but while I'm waiting, just a little word here. Now, if some of you are going to be working in the financial sector, if you want to apply EGIN, let's say in the financial sector like WME, Wakil Manager Investasi, or WPPI, WPAA, through Ministry of Finance or OJK, you need to attend seminars like this, and they, the regulators, they are very smart. They want you not to turn off your video, and you can't sleep, and they take your pictures, and right. So but here we are relatively free.
Okay.
Anybody, any questions?
Any questions, everyone?
Nggak ada. But as I've said, I've put my contact. If you want to have, I think some of you are, very shy to talk in public, but if you've got any specific questions, about job opportunities or, in careers in the financial sector, you may write to me or connect with me,
Miss Jenny, Mr. David, if there is no
Yes,
one who want to ask, allow me to ask one question to Mr. David. Is it okay, Miss Jenny?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, hi, Miss David.
you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello, Miss David. Nowadays, maybe young generations, like Gen Z students in college, maybe already use ChatGPT when they
Yes,
finish
of
their
course.
homework.
Saya juga cek GPT.
I think it improved their judgment, I think, and their analysis accurately and maybe effectively, Mr. David. But do you think it can be like a threat for them because they use ChatGPT just for instantly, that not only just for analysis, they just want to finish the homework, but they don't want to learn more about the information that was given from the ChatGPT itself, sir. So do you think in the instant technology will give improvement for them, or maybe like a threat for them? Thank you, sir.
Archie, you asked a great question. This question is very interesting because it is something new. This is something new in the industry. AI can write reports. AI can write music. AI can even become an artist. But let me just focus on just one job in the financial sector. If you become a financial analyst or an investment analyst, 10, 20 years ago, you are very, very highly paid. Many people from Binus, I have hired Binus people before. They are very, very highly paid. What do? They're very strong in finance, like all of you here, because they can read financial statements, they can do all the financial ratios, they can calculate companies' ratios, profit growth, historical, etc. What do? They use spreadsheet. They'll write reports on companies, and with that, you could analyze the company's profitability to assess whether you want to lend money to this company, or as investment analyst to decide whether this Astra International, for example, whether you want to invest in Astra International or Jasa Marga. But you need to key in all that in the spreadsheet, Excel. I did it before. And I did it in Excel, I did it Word, and write a report. And the report can be 10, 20, 30 pages. And then I have a recommendation. Yes, beli ini, saham ini bagus. Pasti menang, pasti cuan. But you know, now you can get this very easily with AI. So people in this industry now think, hey, I think in the future, we do not need to hire these analysts anymore because, you know, it can be automated very easily. Now, is it true? Yes, it's true. Journalists in the past, it's very hard to find people who write good reports, but now you don't need them. You can use ChatGPT. Maybe it can write better than you. So all of us in the industry are thinking, do you think that they need me anymore? Maybe there's no human beings anymore. Maybe they just use a machine. They don't need human beings as analysts anymore. So this has been the discussion we've been talking, among ourselves for the last, not last 2-3 years, actually the last 1 year, because everybody's job is threatened. But I think I do not have the conclusion, but I think it is a real threat. And we therefore, each of us, still have to learn to read financial statement, still need to learn how to calculate gearing ratio, current ratio, and so that we are better able to utilize AI in our job. Maybe in the future, things could be a little bit different. In the past, when I was an analyst, maybe I shouldn't say myself, all right? I had analysts who work with me. Each analyst maybe cover 15 stocks, and we pay them lots of money. But with AI, maybe you can cover, instead of 15, 20 stocks, now they can cover 50 to 100. Why? Because it is all available on the on the internet, and you can just capture the data and you can analyze more companies, right? So I think our job is slightly different. There is a threat, so our skills have to change. But our basic knowledge, financial knowledge, we still have to learn, right? I don't know if that answers your question, Archie.
Thank you so much, Mr. David. I think I agree with your answer, sir. Because right now the everything goes instantly, sir, with the advance of technology. And we believe that with the technology like AI itself, it will make a value creation for our future. Thank you so much, sir.
Archie, any other questions? Even if some crazy questions, I think it is fine because that's how creativity comes about, right? Because the world is changing so quickly.
Okay, any more questions from the participants?
Surprisingly, we still have 300 people here.
Okay, maybe we can
Ada lagi nggak?
go on. I think there's no other questions, Sir David.
Right. Okay.
Okay, can we close the session?
All right. Over to you, Jenny.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir David. Okay, thank you, Mr. Archie Nathanael Mulyawan, for moderating this event. And it's truly an honor to have you, Mr. David Chang, to talk and provide us with insightful and innovative knowledge during this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you,
Thank you.
Archie.
Okay. I
Terima
hope that
kasih.
all participants in this Zoom meeting can also understand and gain new knowledge. Once again, many thanks to Mr. David Chang and Mr. Archie Nathanael. And
Thank you.
now, we will proceed to the next session. I hope all the participants are still here and enthusiastic for the next session. We will find out more about the ACCA qualification from the ACCA Indonesia Business Relation Manager, Mr. Muhammad Afif Alfarzi, and Ms. Nikita Jatiani, and Ms. Karina Prilia, Education Consultant from London School of Accountancy and Finance.
All right. Thank you so much, Jenny, and thank you as well, Pak David, for your very insightful discussions before on the cybersecurity sides, especially on the financial institutions. So allow me to introduce myself. I'm Afif. I'm the Business Relationship Managers of ACCA here in Indonesia. So my role here is about building up the communities of ACCA here in Indonesia. And in this very good Friday morning, I would like to have a bit of info sessions of ACCA. And here, probably we can start with introducing some ACCA, what ACCAs are. Probably many of you have known about what ACCAs are, especially with Buenos University as one of our key partner universities. So let's start. So with the slides of introducing the ACCA, the largest professional accountancy body in the world. Next, please. So why we are the largest professional accounting bodies in the world? We're comprised of more than 200,000 members and more than 500,000 future members. So almost 750,000 people are part of the ACCA communities, and all those are coming professionals in accounting and finance sector. And we're spread across 181 countries. So imagine ACCA have a presence even more than the numbers of UN country members. So we are everywhere, all across the world. And on top of that, on top of our very big communities of professional accountants, we are partnered with thousands of partners. So as you can see here, that we're partnered with almost 8,000 approved employers. So it's like a corporate, our corporate partner who are supporting the ACCA programs, the CCA qualifications. And we also have more than 300 approved learning partners, one of which is LSAF, our only gold approved learning partnership in Indonesia. And we partnered with almost 1,000 institutions, one of which is Binus Universities, with our accredited program. Yeah, Binus University is our maximum accredited programs, one of the very few in Indonesia that enjoy maximum exemptions or maximum accreditations of ACCA here. And last but not least, we also have more than 730 strategic partnerships, one of which is like, for example, our national bodies here in Indonesia, like Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, Institute Akutan Publik Indonesia, and also Institute of International Auditor and Chartered Financial Analyst. So it's a very big communities, very big, very ample network that you can pursue it by joining through the ACCA communities. Next, please. Next, please. Go to the next slide. It's about the. So I got actually a bit of a video. It's about transformative forces that are happening in the world. One of the topics probably we already discussed earlier today is about the cybersecurity, the threats, the AI things. Probably you can go through next because we're a bit running out of time. Can go through aja mungkin videonya just next. Yeah, we live in a world full of transformative forces. As we live in a world without borders, or with all the globalizations that are coming. Amidst over last probably like 4 years after the pandemic, we see a bit of geoeconomic fragmentations, but we still live in a world, pretty much in a world without border. Next, we're talking about how to integrating sustainability into business. The topic like sustainability reporting, I think, is a very quote unquote a hot topic of accountants nowadays. And next, the things like we discussed today. Next, it's about balancing opportunities and risk of AI. One of which the risk of AI is about cybersecurity. How David earlier mentioned about with all the AI generated photos, they can make a provide a threat to our financial systems, and as a very risky and a very dangerous condition. So we need to be able to balancing all those opportunities and risks of the AI. And next, another topic is about the next, increasing influence of the public sector. So next, please. With all these things, all of these transformation forces, how do I equip myself? Next, that's actually the value that ACCA brings. Next. Next, please. Because ACCA, imagine having an ACCA is like this picture. It's like having bags of full of potentials. But because ACCA, with our global recognitions, our presence in 181 countries with all more than 3/4 million people, part of the communities. It's a very big communities. You're being recognized all over all around the world. As a professional accountant, it's a very great path for you to start, to step on your profile, to go abroad, enjoy the very much of the globalizations that are happening over the past millennium. And ACCA as well is very comprehensive, as we're gonna see later. What are consists of ACCA qualifications, what our stages are, and last but not least, of course, ACCA is very relevant. We always want to equip you with all the updated informations, key updated things that are happening in the world of accounting and finance. So, for example, the things of like AI, the things of sustainability reporting, we always put it in our qualifications. We always embed it into our qualifications through our exams, through our ethical guidelines, everything. So it's very well embedded and very holistic. Next, please. And ACCA qualifications is actually qualifications that takes you wherever you want to go. So here I would like to reiterate again that ACCA is not only for those who are wants to go to the auditing, for example, or financial service. It's not only, please don't limit yourself into that, because actually ACCA, when you think again that accounting and finance is have the presence through all of industries. So for example, like here, I say like film industry, sports, politics, everything. They have the accounting and finance team. And through ACCA qualifications, which you will have a very holistic skills that are needed to become a professional accountant or professional finance professional. Then it helps you to step up your profile and become the best in the industry. Next, please. And especially with our portal, the ACCA Career, every one of you can also log into our job portal, jobs.accaglobal.com, in which this is the largest accounting and finance job platform in the world. As you can see here, all the geographical locations like UK, Asia Pacific, Africa, America, everywhere you can find it here. And through across sectors like digital sustainability as well, it's also available here, and through all the level of career. So whether you want to find an internship, early professional, mid-level professional, or even C-level, everything is available through our portals of jobs.accaglobal.com. Next. Next, please. Why this is happening? Because of our approved employer, our corporate partners, in which we almost have 8,000 of them that provide. They're very supportive on helping their employees to pursue an ACCA qualifications. So imagine by having an ACCA even before you become an employee, it really step up your profile among the hiring game, really shine out yourself among the hiring manager. Next, please. And that's the benefit of ACCA here. That there's a bit of video, and about the ACCA qualifications. We have 3 e-pillars exams, which consist of 13 exams divided into 3 modules: applied knowledge, applied skills, and professional level. And we also have ethics and professional skills module. And the last E is about experience. For you to become a member of ACCA, you need to have 3 years of relevant work experience as well to be submitted to become a member of ACCA. However, when you complete each module of ACCA, actually you also can claim through various titles. Yeah, probably you can click next, please. Yeah, here you can next again, and next, in which you can claim this. We call it Degree Plus. So whether you can claim a diploma in accounting and business, advanced diploma in accounting and business, or you can go through completing all the ACCA strategy professional levels, and then you can become an ACCA affiliate. So only awaiting those 3 years of working experience to become a member of ACCA. So there's a lot of options for you to pursue. Next, please. First, we can start with ACCA Diploma in Accounting and Business. So for students of Venus University, it's a very only one exam, because we can enjoy the exemptions because Venus University is our accredited programs, and you can sit in one exam and then you can claim your diploma in accounting and business once you graduate from Venus. Next. Another option, which I think is this one is very beneficial for Venus University, given that you have 9 exemptions of ACCA up until all the skills level. The higher level of qualification that we can offer is the ACCA diploma, Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Business, in which rather than having 9 exams for you, for Venus students, you only need 2 exams. You only need to pass 2 exams, and then completing your ethics module, you can become an advanced diploma accounting and business holder from ACCA. In which this next, please, this qualifications it's like a real degree. You get a real title, you get a certificate, a degree certificate here. Like for example, diploma, ACCA diploma in accounting and business. It states that it's RQF level 4, so it's equal to first year's degree of bachelor's degree of UK. So without you stepping foot into the UK, you can get a UK degree here in Indonesia, equal to 1 year of a degree through only 1 exam. And also we have an advanced diploma, in which you only need to sit for 2 exams to get an advanced diploma, which is almost as equal as a bachelor's degree, as a very, very close to bachelor's degree of UK. Yeah. And next, please. And how to register with all the the steps and all the journeys that I shared before, and how to register. I think this one I need to pass to our ALP, Nikita and Karina, to explain on how to register to the ACCA.
Okay, thank you, Sir Afif, for your time and introducing about ACCA and all. So maybe all the students is still here, right? So maybe I would like to say hi first to all the Venusian students here, lecturers, and also Pak Archie, Pak Edward. Yeah. So yeah, actually,
So-
to introduce you about the ACCA, more details and how to register, right?
So maybe we'll start first, but maybe before we start,
Mm.
let us first introduce ourselves. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita Jatiani. And with me, I have my colleague with me, Karina Prilia. And
Hi.
we both are actually the education consultant here in LSAF. So really nice to meet you guys. And actually, thank you very much. I know it's a rainy day, it's a
Yeah.
gloomy day, and thank you very much for being here today. We'll not take much of your time. Maybe we'll take like around 5 to 7 minutes more. And then we actually have an exciting game with prizes, right? Because I know that you guys love prizes, so that's why we have actually arranged some exciting prizes. So maybe without further ado, I will just give a little bit of a recap on like what is ACCA and how you guys can explore ACCA as a professional qualification and what are the different programs that we have actually curated for all of you. We actually have 3 fantastic and amazing programs that all of you can actually take whilst you guys are here in your university. So yeah, without further ado, maybe let's start first. Yeah. Okay, so ACCA, the full form of ACCA is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountant.
Yes.
So ACCA is actually a very well-known professional qualification from the UK, and it was actually established in 1904. Although it is a UK professional qualification, it is actually recognized atau diakui all over 180 countries. So for example, if any one of you feels that, you know what, Nikita, I don't think I want to study or work here in Indonesia. I want to work in UK. I want to work in India. I want to work in US, and I want a global professional qualification. ACCA is the perfect qualification for you. Why? Because it is recognized over 180 countries. So it's like a one-way ticket for a global career. So yeah, that's the gist of ACCA. We actually have a lot of collaborations with many different universities, with many different approved learning providers, and we have a lot of strategic partnerships as well. Some of it being CA, Australia, CPA Malaysia. What does strategic partnership even mean? So if you guys pursue the ACCA professional qualification, you guys can actually convert it to other professional qualification as well. Like you guys don't have to do any extra ujian or any extra administrative complications. You actually can just convert it directly. So if you already have, maybe I can give you guys an example. If you guys already have ACCA, you guys can directly convert that to CA Indonesia or CPA Australia, and maybe even CPA ASEAN.
Yes.
Right? So how great is that? Like one-way ticket, and you guys get many different professional qualifications behind your name. Yeah, as mentioned, we do have collaboration with EIE and also EIPI. We also have a lot of collaborations with many different education institutions. Yeah. One of them being Venus University. Our relationship with Venus University has been a very long and fruitful relationship. We have collaborations with one of the biggest multinational companies like Unilever, HSBC, Prudential, where students who take the ACCA professional qualification gets a priority in working in these professional or in these multinational companies. Maybe I will skip this and directly move to the programs,
Yes.
right? As mentioned earlier, we have three very well tailored to your scheduled programs, and it's a program that we have curated for your convenience and for your growth, for your career growth. So maybe Karina can help assist in explaining them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to do the ACCA pathway, first thing first, you actually can do the diploma in accounting and business, which there is 3 program here, right? But you only need to do one module, which is the financial accounting module,
Mhm.
right? So it's good things, right? You
Yeah,
only have to do one module
Yeah.
in 6 months, right? And then you can get the diploma in accounting and business, which is already a title behind your name.
Yeah. How cool is that?
It's from the ACCA itself,
Yeah.
right? And the other things is the next step, right? If you think that, oh, I think the diploma is not enough for me, so you want to do the next level, right?
Yeah.
So you do the advanced diploma in accounting and business, and it's on. You need to do like
Only two.
2 modules only from 3 modules, which is it's an optional modules that you can take, right? The financial reporting, audit and assurance, and also financial management. Why? Because ACCA already have like a partnership with Venus, so Venus can get an exemption
Yeah.
for the modules, right? So you only need to do 3 modules in 6 months for the advanced diploma. So in 1 year, you actually can get diploma and advanced diploma.
Yeah, how cool is that? So actually, when me and Karina joined LSAF, when we were doing the diploma program, we actually had to do 3 mata kuliah, 3 modules. But we wished we were a Venus student, so we only had to do 1 mata kuliah only. Only one module, financial accounting, to get a diploma in accounting and business from ACCA UK. How cool is that? In 6 months, in 6 bulan, we can already get one we only have to do one module and get the ACCA diploma in accounting and business. But as Karina said, that if you feel that, you know what, diploma isn't enough for me, I really want an advanced diploma. I want to learn about investment. I want to learn about audit. I want to learn about international financial reporting standards, then you guys can move on to the advanced diploma in accounting and business, where out of these 3 modules, financial reporting, audit and assurance, and financial management, you guys would only have to do 2 modules only, so you guys can pick. If you guys want to go in the audit route, then take the audit module. Or if you guys feel that, you know what, Nikita, I don't like investment, I don't want to take the investment module, which is financial management, I like calculation, then you guys can take the financial reporting module. So just 2 out of the 3, you guys can get advanced diploma in accounting and business within the duration of 6 months. Further on, if you guys personally feel that, you know what, advanced diploma is still not enough for me, we introduced the 3rd program, which is called the Work Study Program, which is actually our new program that we have launched this semester, in a sense that students who are in semester 6 will start with 2 short courses, which is data analytics and digital cloud accounting. And if they are not in an internship yet, we can actually guarantee you guys to get an internship in one of the big multinational companies or do remote working.
Yes.
So that's really because we know that finding jobs is very susah, very hard. That is why here in LSAF, we guarantee work placement. So if you're in semester 6 and you're looking for a job, and we can help you that with our guaranteed work placement. So you start with these 2 short courses, which is data analytics and digital cloud accounting in semester 6, whilst working as well remotely. Work in semester 7, work in semester 8. Once you guys have already graduated from Venus is when you guys will start the professional papers, which is the remaining 4 papers. SBR, AFM, SBL, AAA to get the ACCA title behind your name. So if you guys are still not happy with the diploma, advanced diploma, still want to get a longer title, then ACCA should be your objective, or ACC should be your target at the end of the day. Where you guys would have to do these 4 modules and submit 3 years of relevant working experience, which we will help with the work placement. So yeah, that's the new program that we have curated so far. And this is the first time we're actually introducing it to you guys. So hopefully you guys are quite interested to take this program.
Yes, and if there is any questions, maybe after the session, we can have like a question and answer.
Yeah.
And then we go to the next
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah, so maybe I will just quickly show the sample certificate so you guys can imagine how it would be. So this is how the ACCA diploma certificate would look. This is how the advanced diploma certificate would look. These are actually our students who have gone to the UK, Malaysia, and also Singapore to attend the graduation ceremony. So yeah, these are a bit of our testimony of our current students, our alumni, who have graduated overseas, but they have studied here in Indonesia. So yeah, and currently they're working in really top-notch companies and in very, very good position. Why? Because they have an added value of ACCA as their professional qualification. So yeah, these are our lecture profile. And this is actually our timeline. So if you guys plan to take the diploma in accounting and business module, then our registration deadline is actually on the 29th of March. And we will start in the month of July till November, and then December will be the ujian exam. But if you guys personally feel that, you know what, Nikita, I actually don't want to take the diploma because maybe I'm already good in financial accounting, I want to take the more skill level papers, then it is the advanced diploma module. I think it's best suited for you guys, where you guys have to do 2 modules only within 6 months of time. So yeah, by this year, you guys can already get a professional title behind your name. So yeah, that is our program. Hopefully it was clear. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, me and Karina would be contacting you guys as well later after the webinar today. So maybe we would request all of you to fill up this feedback form and also submit your summary as well by 6 p.m. today so that you guys can claim your e-certificate. So yeah, with this feedback form, today me and Karina will also contact you guys just in case if you guys want to have like a one-on-one Zoom session or have like a call with us, we're surely available to do so. So yeah, I think that's all from our side. Maybe we can start with a quick game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe before we finish our session,
Yeah, maybe.
session today,
Let's maybe just lighten up the mood and play some Kahoot games. I hope you guys have heard of that before.
okay. Maybe there's a loading campaign. Yeah. Okay, all of you guys can join the Kahoot game.
By the way, it's only up to 40 students. So maybe you guys can just quickly log in and we actually have some special prizes for the top 3 winners.
With Christina. Hi, Christina. Oh, it's
Cepat ya.
yeah. There's the. I like the music. Okay, 25 students to go. Whoa, so many. Hi, Joe, Olive, Gregorius, Livy, James. Ooh. Okay, 15 students, and then we start the Kahoot game. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Okay. Gibby. Okay. Oh,
Oh, it's possible.
okay. Okay, we're gonna start in 1, 2, 3.
It's like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
When the noise.
Let's start. The first questions. How many modules for students to take to receive ACC Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Business for business students? Wow. Wow.
Cepat ya.
1. Okay. Okay, so the answer is 2. So actually three modules is a optional module, but it's correct actually. But the modules, how many
business
modules
students
that you
would
need
have
to
to
do?
take is only 2.
Yeah. Okay, next. Wow, cool. Pada dengerin berarti? Mereka pada paham.
Gemoy.
Nasi gemoy. Okay, next. Is it true ACC is recognized in more than 180 countries? Wow, cepat ya. True. Yay. Oh, pada paham loh.
Ya, tapi ada
Maksudnya
3 yang
Ini
bilang
siapa yang bilang
false.
salah? Ini 3 orang ini harus dicari nih. Okay, next. Oh, si Gemoy masih di awal ini. Gemoy.
But you
Ini
need
Gaby.
your real name because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't know how to contact
Okay,
you.
third questions. How many learning option does LSAF have? How many learning option?
How many? I still think it's 1. What do you think? Already, it's 3.
Nice. Tapi ada yang masih belum tahu nih. Mungkin kita kalau misalnya ada yang nggak paham nanti bisa ditanyain lagi ya. Okay, next. Gemoy is still in the first place.
So we need to
Gaby
know
and
his real name though.
Ya nanti ditulis ya di kolom ya. Fourth questions. When is the next intake in LSAF? June, March, June, September. Oh, ini ada ragu-ragu nih. Karena nggak cepat. Ragu-ragu ini. Yeah, so actually it's on July. July 2024 is our first intake, right? Nanti dilakuin sampai bulan Desember, right, for the diploma. And then you can do the next for the advanced diploma on January nextnya, gitu. Okay, next questions. Oh, RC. Ini muncul. Okay, 5. When is the registration deadline?
What do you think, Karina, is the registration deadline?
I think it's 22 sih.
I think it's 28 March.
Oh gitu. So it's 29 of March, the deadline. Jadi kalian masih ada waktu kalau misalnya mau ada tanya-tanya, mau ada consultation dulu dan lain-lain bisa di-infoin. Okay, so wow, Gibi tiba-tiba naik ini.
Tiba-tiba.
Tiba-tiba. Okay, next. So next, the last questions. Last questions. How many programs does LSAF offer? How many programs? How many?
How many? I think it's
Enggak ada. Kayak bingung nih. Oh, yes. So actually, there are 3 programs, correct? So, oh, tapi ada yang jawab 4 ya.
I don't know which one is the fourth program. though.
Okay, so it's diploma,
Yeah.
advanced diploma, and also for the work study program. So it's 3 program. Okay, so who's the winner? Siapa yang nanti nih? 3 pemenang.
Yeah.
So the third is Cindy. Cindy nanti kasih tahu ya nama aslinya siapa.
Maybe that's her
Nagai.
actually
Oh,
name.
aslinya. Gemoy. Okay, Gemoy. Gemoy, Hagai, and Cindy, congratulations. Nah, bisa tulis di kolom komentar what's your real name. Nanti dicatat and also your contact, I think ya. Because we
Yeah.
need to inform you the
His name is Gamoy.
Yeah.
His real name is Gamoy.
Really?
Sai Gamoy ka.
Oh, really? Wow.
Uh,
Okay, thank you so much for this session. So
Yeah.
I hope you have a great time with us. And if you have any other questions or something, you can like directly contact us.
For your exit entry, right, for you guys to claim your e-certificate, please do scan the feedback form. And also let us know if you guys are interested in taking the diploma, advanced diploma, or the work study, because we actually have amazing offers for the students who are registering before 29th. So please do let us know in the feedback form if you guys are interested. And also please let us know when are you guys available for like a Zoom session or like a call. So then later me or Karina will be able to contact you guys. But yeah, for you guys to claim the e-certificate, please do fill in this feedback form by 6 p.m. and also the summary as well. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Maybe we give
yeah.
it back to Jenny.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Afe, for explaining the ACCA qualifications, and thank you, Nikita and Karina, for the information about the ACCA and LSF program details. I see that the programs offered by ACCA are very interesting. So for interested participants, you can contact Miss Nikita or Miss Karina after this webinar ended. It doesn't feel like we are at the end of the webinar. So how do you guys are feeling for this webinar? Starting from the explanation of the material presented by Mr. David Chang to an explanation regarding ACCA explained by Mr. Afif, Nikita, and also Miss Karina. So can you give me like the virtual reaction, like thumbs up or smile, so I can know your expression after you guys join and follow all the main session of this webinar? Okay. All right. Now, before we close this webinar, I would like to invite everyone to turn on your camera since we will all take a picture of all of us. So give us your best smile. We will wait for a while for the participants to open their camera. Okay, let's open the camera. Nikita, can you help us to take the pictures?
Yeah, so maybe I'll wait for 2 seconds, maybe.
Okay, one. Okay, it's okay.
Okay, let's
Start.
take from the first slide. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, okay, to the next slide. 1, 2, 3. Oke, iya ada yang berduaan, lucu banget itu Janet. Hai.
Ada yang berempat juga itu di bawah.
Ada yang berempat.
Oh, I think there's a campus, I think.
Okay, next slide, third slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then for the fourth slide.
Maybe I can help for the fourth slide.
Okay, 1,
2, 3.
Okay, to the next slide for a 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, so I
Okay.
think that's
Thank
all.
you, Nikita, for taking the photos. The photo session marks the end of the event, so don't forget to also tag us on our Instagram at LSAF_global. As you can see on the screen, there's a QR code also in the chat box link that has been sent for you to fill out the feedback form, where at the end of the form, there's also a section for you to submit the summary about today's webinar. This feedback form and summary will be useful for us to find out your assessment of today's webinar and useful for being able to claim your SAT points for Venusians and e-certificate. You can fill out the feedback form and submit your summary by 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., the link will be closed. Thus, the international webinar with the team Cybersecurity in the Age of AI, Protecting Financial Data has ended. Thank you to all participants. I am Jenny as the MC for today's webinar. See you at the next international webinar. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kak.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your time today.